Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I remember that.
And
That was
you're
on
on a red
stage.
carpet. What's happening
No,
here?
that,
Yeah.
and when I unfurled it like that, couldn't believe the reaction of the audience.
Mm.
And Apo was there. And then sabi ni Danny, I think it was Danny, panalo na kayo. Kayo na yan.
Hello, everyone. And I'd like to say welcome to the Lynn Sherman podcast. This is the first broadcast of this podcast. And I'm so excited. I've been excited since for a couple of days, actually. Also, because I have with me as my very first guest a wonderful person. She is OPM royalty and the voice. It's true, it's true. The voice behind timeless classics like Ligaw Tingin, Ang Pag-ibig Kong Ito, um, the winner of the third Metro Pop Festival, Isang Mundo, Isang Awit. Help me in welcoming Miss Lee Navarro. Yay!
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, Lynn, and to be your first podcast guest. I'm
I
really
know.
excited.
Good. Thank you
Oh.
so much. Thank you for agreeing because I don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Well, we'll make things happen.
We'll make things happen. Yeah.
Because we,
Yeah.
we we enjoy, well, one, I would like to say that I've always enjoyed your friendship and company, so I'm looking
Thank you.
forward to a good time with you.
Thank
How
you.
long are we gonna run? An hour,
Uh,
2 hours?
No, no, no. I mean, no, it
I'm just
doesn't even have
kidding.
to be an hour. It can be shorter. And by the way,
Yes.
just in case something goes terribly wrong, I can edit it. Okay. So this is
No,
not yeah.
nothing is going to go wrong.
I love
You and I are professionals, so
we
diba?
try.
So
We
we
try.
try.
We
We
try.
try. Yes.
So
It's good to
thank
be
you.
here.
Thank you on
Uh,
this rainy afternoon. You're here with me.
Thanks for
And
inviting and thank you for having me. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be, I think, my first podcast actually, as a guest. Yes, if I
nice.
don't remember, we always have Zoom meetings and
Yeah.
things like that, but
Yeah.
not for this. Not to tell stories and have fun and enjoy each other's
Yes.
company. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So, of course, I want to uh, bring to the forefront, of course, that you just had a very successful show on Father's Day. What
Yes,
did you
thank you
do?
very much. Do you know that I forgot to greet the fathers in the audience that night? But yes,
All
thank you.
right. It's understood. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun at Teatrino. It was the first solo gig in a long
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed myself, mainly because not only did we have wonderful guests and a no, superlative is what I wanted to say, band.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the band. Of course, we have to talk about the
Of
band because
course. Of course.
your special someone is there, and so we have to mention him. But honestly, the audience was lovely, and it seemed like people enjoyed the music, which is the whole point of the exercise. Yeah.
It was really fun, and I really enjoy watching you because you really bring people on a journey, you know.
Oh,
No, you
that's
do.
so
I
sweet.
mean,
Thank
yeah,
you.
and it suddenly made me think of stories behind songs, right?
Yes.
I think we each have our own story behind a song, and
Well, since you're a singer as well,
yeah,
I think what's important, at least for me, and I'm sure for you, is to understand what the context first of
yeah,
the song is, right?
yeah,
And that brings in the lyric.
yeah,
And if the lyrics are something you've gone through in your life, or maybe not, but could imagine,
yeah,
because there's so many different types of songs,
yeah,
not just love songs, right? Or
yeah,
songs about heartbreak, so for me, every song, even if I've sung it 10,000 times,
yeah,
you still have to find what makes that song live for you,
yeah,
diba? I mean,
uh,
that, and it's it's also like treating every song like a gift, I guess, because we get to
yeah,
sing, and
yeah,
people. which brings me to a phrase that people often use who are not in our profession, who say, "Oh yeah, it's so easy. You just get up there and sing." No, but that's not.
No,
That's not. That couldn't be further from the truth.
I know, right? Yeah.
Mm.
And it's funny also the meanings of the songs change over time. But
Yes.
we'll get into that a little bit later when we talk about some of the composers you've worked with.
Okay.
But I wanted to bring also I wanted to talk about also the group that you're performing with now, OPM Friends. That's right.
Oh yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
You've been very busy with them.
Well, this was an idea
Yeah,
that was actually thought of by Celeste Legaspi as we were having lunch in a very posh restaurant in honor of a good old singer friend. There was a group of us,
yeah,
and among those friends were Celeste and Nanette Inventor.
yeah.
And we were discussing the situation of an old colleague of ours in the
Mm,
business who we worked with and who was in dire need of financial help
okay.
for his ailments. And Celeste said, "Well, you know what? Maybe we could do something together as friends,
Mm,
like sing as a group, which would be difficult to do in many situations because we are a group of 8 singers. All of us are individual performers. We are solo acts,
yeah.
and all of us have probably over 200 years of musical experience
Okay.
lumped up together
Yeah.
because we're all veterans, right? I
Yeah.
mean, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going on 49 years in the business. Celeste probably more than that, over 50.
Mm,
There's Mitch Valdez,
yeah. We should
Nanette
mention their names.
Inventor,
Yeah, we should.
yes,
Yeah. Ding Mercado.
Ding Mercado, Bo
Yeah,
Cerudo, Pinky Marquez, and Pat Castillo,
that's right. Yeah.
right? So this is it's a pretty, uh, if I may say
Solid.
so myself,
Yeah.
pretty
Formidable.
star-studded,
Yeah. Star-studded.
yeah,
Yes.
star-studded and intimidating group of performers. So
Yeah.
at that lunch, we weren't that many yet,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
but so Celeste said, why don't we do that get together, and we had other friends,
Yeah.
namely Anna Ilagan
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jackie Aquino, who also like produce shows.
Yeah.
They run shows and stuff, who were very interested in helping get this group together. And
Okay.
we started off as for doing caroling. So we would carol in people's homes
Oh,
for
wow.
some
How nice.
corporate accounts. Yeah, yeah, just sort of under the
Yeah.
radar, no
Yeah.
big hoopla. We weren't into like promotion or anything like
Yeah.
that. Whoever, and the sole purpose was to raise funds for people like our friend who was in
Mm.
need at the time. So we have been doing this little over a year and a half, almost two
Oh,
years.
wow. Okay.
Yes, and in fact, we just had a rehearsal yesterday because we have some gigs in the next couple of months, and it's always a wonderful get together.
Yeah.
How we have not gotten under each other's nerves yet, or that this is normal. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
It's
the
fun.
other aspect of show business is ego, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to talk about that too, because everybody thinks in their minds, like before you go out on stage,
Mm.
right? The idea is you have to have the confidence, right? And people call that ego. So
Mm.
I suppose, but we love each other. This little group, we do love each other. We are sincerely good friends. We enjoy each other's company. We love each other's cooking. We eat each other's food. This
A
is
hangout.
yeah, it becomes like a hangout.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But musicians do that. They tend to do that all the time, don't you think? We are very social animals.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes bands or
Yes.
singing groups start off as barcadas,
Exactly.
diba?
Exactly. Yeah. like some of our friends, like Apo hiking, right?
Exactly, exactly.
We'll talk. I know we're gonna talk about that later too.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
we'll
Yeah.
talk. Well, we could talk about them now, but I wanted
Oh,
to.
okay.
No, we can talk about
Yes.
it later also because you have
Yeah.
some shows upcoming with them.
Yes.
Um, I wanted to also, you know, I wanted to talk about your songs for a bit because
Okay.
I grew up listening to your songs, and um, for listeners, well, for me anyway, songs uh, uh, bring us to certain parts of your childhood. Like I remember Ligaw Tingin, and it's just so catchy and it's so cute. And then I would think of a of a person I like, something cutesy like that.
Really? Oh,
Because
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was I was kind of young, so parang and I just wanted
Yes.
to share that with you because, of course, for you it's a totally. I mean, I don't know how
Well,
you.
I when
Yeah.
I recorded like Ligaw Tingin, for
Yeah.
example, when
Yeah.
I recorded that, I was like 19, close
Okay.
to 20 years old. So pretty much, and you were obviously much younger,
Yeah.
uh but when I did record it, I didn't, it was funny then because I did not identify the songs with actual people. It's like the thought lang of one, a
Yeah. Yeah.
thought of a person,
Yeah.
or that sort of um blurry figure in the distance, like
Yeah.
Mr. Wuthering Heights or something like that,
Yeah.
right? Um and it's a very coquettish song, right? It's
Yeah.
flirty, it's very light beat, and at the time, it was, as they say, bagay. It fit me.
Yeah. 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 It
Um,
still does.
I have a hard, well,
Yeah.
sometimes have a hard time. Well, being single
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and available, if you want to say that,
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind of helps because then I don't feel like, it's like I don't have to look into the wings and say, "I'm sorry, Mr. Husband," right? Because I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
How weird is that? But yeah, sometimes I feel a little uncomfortable because I'm of a certain age, and all my friends, including you, have said, "Oh, please don't even think about that because it's the
No.
song. It's not songs are timeless, naman, right?" So
Yeah. But it's interesting. It's interesting now that we talk about it that way because yeah, of course, everybody I guess experiences songs a different way, and of course maybe you had other concerns at the time while you were singing it. Not parang you weren't wallowing in the meaning. You were just like maybe I mean you're 19.
yeah.
You were
Yes, when
19.
you don't know
Yeah.
much of anything, and I was really just starting out and spending time in the recording studio, which was never really one of my favorite places in the world, because for me, the meat of my career was live performance. I love doing shows. I love being on stage. You
I've
get
heard you
that
say this. Yeah.
instant,
Yeah.
yeah, you get
Yeah.
that instant feedback on your
Yeah.
performance from an audience. I like to see people's faces. Some I've heard that some performers like to perform, with the audience completely blacked out, and they're just in their own world and they're performing. I'm not like that because I've got to create some rapport with
Yeah. Yeah.
the audience, and it helps me a lot. It helps me uh what's the word? Progress my performance
Yeah.
through,
See where
the
you're
time
going.
that I'm given. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
See
Yeah,
see where you're going.
yeah.
Well, sorry, I'm going. You were going to say something. Were you going to say
No, no,
something?
it's okay. Oh, well, I can tell you this little tidbit.
Yeah.
In some of my old, many, many years ago, my shows, we would distribute these little pieces of paper, okay, and pencils. And this would also happen actually mainly like in the smaller shows, like a bar show or something.
Yeah.
And, I would ask them, okay, if you have a question, right?
Yeah.
I was that fearless. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you don't know what your that person is going to ask you, like, are you married, have you killed anyone, that kind of thing. But I would say, sure, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
answer it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get I don't remember all the questions, but normally that's always the gossip and chismis kind of stuff. But that's par for the course.
But this is so
Yeah.
interesting. Was this like a bar tour? Was it a big show? Because I
Yeah,
can,
bar mainly in the bar shows, and I would have them, um, not on a regular thing. It was
yeah, yeah,
always a
yeah,
special time, a special date. Um, I never had the experience of making puesto because a lot of
yeah,
singers
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
including yourself and so many of my friends, these are great things to have under your belt, right? Because it
yeah,
it does give you a lot of good learning, and it strengthens your persona as a
yeah,
performer. And but I never had that. But I was always just hungry for the next gig.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Wait,
know,
1 second, Leah. I'm just gonna double
yes,
check our things. Um, all right, we had a little bit of a technical problem there, and I'm not sure exactly where we were in our
technical problem. I
in
don't
our
see anything.
conversation because I'll cut this back in. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, no, I was talking about your songs, and
Yes.
before I forget, um I wanted, because during your show, Nonong Pedero was there, right?
Yes.
Now, to be
Yes.
clear, he's not your only composer, but
No.
he's a prominent one in your life.
Actually, he was the biggest influence on me after my mother.
Tell
Okay,
me about
so
this. Yeah, yeah.
all right. Well,
If you
my
could.
mom,
Yeah.
Nelda Navarro, who was a jazz singer and TV personality, um, had a weekly television show called Nelda at the Hilton, and that was at the Hilton Hotel, which is not, I don't even know what it's called now,
Yeah.
on UN Avenue, United
Yeah.
Nations. And she had it every Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. One of the very first live via satellite, when you're in another
Yeah.
location kind
Yeah.
of setup. So she had regular guests who would perform with her, like mainstays on the show, apart from their actual special guests. And among the groups were the Tionko brothers,
Yeah.
okay, who are very good at they were a trio of brothers, very good at jazz and standards. Then you have the wing. Once in a while, we'd have the wing duo, which was two ladies, Nikki Ross and Angie De La Cruz,
Yeah.
the daughter of Mommy Kate.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Katie de la
and
Cruz, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
Katie. And they also did jazz and a lot of swing, actually. And
Okay.
then, so, and then the Gentle Rain, which was the youngest set of performers in the group.
Okay.
The Gentle Rain was composed of Nonong Pedero, Boy Camara, Anthony Costello,
Oh,
uh, Roddy Picar, and Boy Plana. There were five. Actually, there was a sixth, Glenn Bautista, who left and became a painter of some renown
okay.
here, local painter. Anyway, so after a while, I think Boy and Roddy left to go abroad. And then so the three were left: Boy, Camara, Nonong, and Anthony Costello. And they would spend a lot of time at home. At the time, my sister must have been 10. I was around 12 years old,
Okay.
but music was always in our home. Even before that time, we grew up surrounded by music. So my mom, she played
Yeah.
the piano. She played a lot
Oh,
of.
wow.
We had a hi-fi, with every day there was something playing. Whether it was jazz or Latin music, or the only
Broadway.
thing that she didn't play was she didn't really quite like Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Okay. She
Okay.
was not into rock and roll,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
she loved R&B, that kind of stuff.
Mm,
And so almost every day they would have rehearsals for the Sunday show. And so Nonong would
nice.
come over, and I remember a very young Ryan Cayabyab would also join them
Oh,
once
nice.
in a while because he would do arrangements for my mom. And Nonong would like in the break time, he would like play on the piano and I'd say, here, come here, come here, come here. Sing this. And he would teach me, right?
Yeah.
And then we would also do a lot of the Sergio Mendes numbers, like a lover,
Yeah.
slow hot wind. And I would sing it, right? I would learn because,
Yeah.
but with nothing else in my mind. I mean, I love to sing. I did want to become a singer, but it wasn't one of those driving
Yeah.
ambitions.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to know Nonong, and he kind of took me under his wing. Uh, and one day, when I was just about between 18 and 19 years old,
Yeah.
he and Alice Reyes of
CCP.
Ballet Philip CCP before and national artist now,
Yeah.
they came to see my grandmother because by then my mother had left for Canada to live
Okay.
in Canada. So I was under the guardianship of my grandmother. So they went to my grandmother and they said, we want Leah to come out in this rock opera ballet called Tales of the Manuvu. And uh, please. And they knelt in front of her because that was how strict my grandmother was. And so she grudgingly said yes after like talking. I think she talked to my mom. They did a long distance
Yeah.
call and stuff like that. Okay, let her go.
How nice.
And and that's how, my career actually began with
Mm.
Nonong there. And then he had written these songs that I knew by heart as a child because, he had written them before and all that. And that's how he gifted me some of them to record in my albums. So that's why the bulk of, thank God, the hits that I have are
Yeah.
from him. So there's Ligaw Tingin,
Yeah.
there's Buhay ng Buhay Ko, there's Will It Ever Come to You, there's what else? Um, Isang Mundo, Isang
Yeah.
Awit,
Yeah. That one too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's and I'm so grateful that many of these songs still live today because of of his talent. He really gave me those gifts.
So,
Those were gifts.
so so he was also the composer of Tales of the Manuvu, tama ba?
Yes, he did. The libretto was written by Bien Lumbera,
Mm.
but he did all the music.
Nice.
And if you get to watch the music, kasi it was rock.
Yeah.
And when we started in CCP, that was the first time I think they actually had a rock band in the playing live every night for the show. Every night. And so we had all kinds of sounds from a lot of the our local native uh,
Instruments.
percussion
Yeah.
and
Mga kulintang,
and
mga
all
ganyan.
those yes, all the
Yeah.
sweeteners, and then of course the melodies were very much, there were a lot of Filipino, a lot of the more from the south because the Manuvu were from Mindanao. So what got me after seeing it again after many years,
Yeah.
I realized Nonong is a really great talent for music, or had this talent or ear
Yeah.
where he could give flavor
Mm.
to a lyric or a set of lyrics and make them not just evocative, because in Tales of the Manuvu, it's a rock opera ballet. So they
Mm.
were dancing ballet. And you have to make that join seamlessly together.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So out of that musical, I recorded two of the songs, Noong Unang Panahon
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
Bangon sa Silangan. Yes. Those were the ones that I put in my album. And then Haji Alejandro, was there, Anthony Castello, Celeste Legaspi. I was her swing, actually. That's how I began.
Is that it?
Well,
Okay.
she was very pregnant at the time and didn't know that she might, have to give birth at any time. So I became her swing. And so we would alternate
Yeah.
dates.
How,
That, yeah.
how long did it run?
It ran for a while. We had quite a few shows, if I'm
It
not
was
mistaken.
huge. I remember it being
Well, it
it
was
was a
because it was so unique, right?
yeah, yeah.
It was one of the first things that was like not your usual CCP fare, right? It
Okay.
was not just a regular ballet with the classical music. It was not opera.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not a straight play,
So
but
I'm glad CCP was okay with that. They didn't say no, they can't,
oh no,
yeah,
that was the
like
vision of Alice. That was Alice's vision,
nice. Or
to broaden our
the
cultural
reach.
horizons,
Yeah.
yeah, and to enrich our history of our musical history and artistic,
And yeah.
strength. Yeah,
So when
yeah.
you say you watched it, is there a recording of is there a visual recording of that particular
I
performance?
believe they
Sana?
may have snippets.
Okay.
I have not seen one of our original ones, but
Oh, okay.
uh, they have done repeats or
I
remakes,
I've seen the yeah,
recreations,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
through the years, right?
That's right.
I
Yeah.
think there are three or four now that have
Those I'm
happened.
aware of, correct. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
is it safe to say I'm sort of jumping back to Nono?
Sure. Yeah.
Did he also make for other people or was it sort of exclusively
He
for
wrote
you?
for other people. He wrote, well, this was a thing with me and Nono for a while because I said, oh, why did you give her that song? I like that song. Um, Chris Bermont,
Oh, yeah, yeah, of
she
course.
performed Narito Ako in the
Oh,
Metro Pop. That's his song too.
nice. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
you know, Nono can go from quiet, nice ballads to these big, very emotional songs.
Is
So I
he
love that one. It's one of my favorite, actually.
is very famous too and so
Yes.
just curious though, is he self-taught? Did he study? Did he
He's
study?
self-taught, but because he wasn't College of Music in UP, he was actually College of Architecture. And they actually
Wow.
even had a group. I hope one day you get to interview him because he's got a
I would.
rich history of his experience as a musician. But he was an architect at College of Architecture, and
Fascinating.
then he had friends in fine arts.
I,
So
I,
that's where sila Boy Camera were from and sila Anthony. And they actually had a group at the time that my mom was doing that Sunday show called the Kafa Singers, College of Architecture and Fine Arts. There were like maybe 15 of them, and
this
they're
is
all very good.
this is
Yes.
all fascinating and it's like it's like the greats hanging out together like the Basina,
Oh, I was
yeah,
my sister and I were so blessed, Lynn.
yeah.
We would have many occasions where there would, like, mom would put together, it's like a party, and they were all musicians at home, okay,
Yeah,
from friends like Pilita Corrales, and then the Tionco brothers, the
yeah.
wing duo from that time, sila
Yeah.
Diana Cruz, and then you'd have your jazz greats, the musicians. So who played? Tony
Mohini.
Velarde on
Yeah,
drums,
yeah.
uh, Piding Alava on the piano, uh, Molina, Molina
Ah,
on the sax.
yeah.
Uh, who else? Angel Peña on bass. Bond and
Yeah,
our other friends
they
would
would
have
JD
more
also.
familiarity.
Yeah.
JD
No, but
would have more
you're
familiarity
remembering
with
all the
them.
names. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they were all big, and my sister and I and my cousins, because we lived very close together, we would sit on the floor and just listen and just take it all in. And then the Kafa singers would come. There are like 15 of them. They would do songs like Bird Avenue and uh, their versions of kasi Sergio Mendes at that
Was
time was really
huge.
quite
Yeah.
Brazil 66 actually is
Yeah.
what they were
Yeah.
called, the original. And all the songs from that, everybody took songs from that. And we would perform with them too, because we just stand up because you
Yeah.
can't help yourself,
So
if you
yeah.
want, you had to
Yeah.
want to sing too. So
Yeah.
we would
Yeah.
sing also. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it was really a big blessing to have music in our lives, in
Yeah.
such a big way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So yeah, we would have parties.
parties. Well,
Yeah, that would turn into like concerts.
how nice, no?
Yeah,
Imagine.
yeah.
You know,
Wonderful.
before while preparing for this interview, I was checking out, your songs on YouTube, and I wanted to ask you if you were aware. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I
Uh-huh.
think for the more recent generation, one of your most popular songs is "Ang Pag-ibig Kong Ito."
Yes.
Are you aware of that? That there are different decades of
Yes, I
professional and
heard.
non-professional singers singing it. Oh,
Yes, I have, that song was very difficult to record
yeah.
because
Yeah.
if you hear it goes from, fairly low and it really
Yeah.
swoops up high, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was written not by Nono, but by
Yeah.
Carlos Agawa, who's a
I
very
wanted to bring.
talented composer, although I understand he has passed away.
Mm.
And I'm glad he left me with that song. And at the time, it was sort of controversial because apparently people were connecting it to events in my personal life with a boyfriend. And we will not
Wow.
discuss that because I
No,
really,
we,
it's just so tiring to talk about exes.
no, no, no.
Because we
Let's not.
shouldn't bother with them
Yeah.
anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Correct. Correct. Yeah.
No,
I got that.
but the audience felt
Yeah.
that, oh my
They're making
God,
something of
she's
it.
so heart, yeah, she's so heartbroken. And that's why she's singing this song.
So
Um,
interesting. Yeah.
and like you said, the lyrics
They
really
took it to
speak,
heart. They took it to
yeah,
heart. Yeah. Yeah.
grabe, no? It's just
Yeah.
like so,
Yeah.
so heart-wrenching and heartbreaking. And it's really so not me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's so not me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have I have not really experienced that kind of, what is that word? Dalamhati
Yeah.
or
Magdadalamati. Yeah.
pain,
Yeah. Angst.
and
Yeah.
angst. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like I've not really felt that.
Yeah.
Of course, but not to that extent
Yeah. Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you're calling on God to help you find yourself a new man. Yeah, that's not my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it speaks to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Filipinos, we really love emotional songs,
Yeah.
music. Uh, we love. Is it? It might be a little too cruel of me to say, but for want of a better way of explaining, Filipinos like heartbreak. We
Yeah.
really live for our pain.
For our soaps.
Yeah, that's why they love soaps. They love
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
they love all this stuff about, being left, being hurt. We're always so downtrodden.
Yeah.
But see, but because of that, ang pag-ibig kong ito is over 45 years old
Is
already.
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's like, wow, I recorded it when I was so young. And when you're of a particular age, you think, oh my gosh, this is the pits, this is it. I'll never experience anything
Yeah.
worse than this. This is the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
to the young people out there, you ain't seen nothing yet.
There's much to discover.
There's so much more to find out.
But it brings me to the question, how did it how did it come to you, this song? This is your first
Well, because
album, right?
okay,
This is
I
your
was
first album.
I was under the record label Black Gold.
And they found you okay.
Yeah, and we would
choose.
plan, yeah, and choose songs. I was really blessed to have a very good record producer, Bert De Leon.
Oh, of course,
He
Bertilion. Yeah.
was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
He knew how to spice up a song. He knew what sweeteners it needed, for the orchestration. And he knew what songs had good enough hooks in them, right?
Mm,
To become hits, because
nice.
that's what they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want hits.
Yeah.
So that song really had a pretty good hook.
Yeah.
And let's mention another composer I'm very
Absolutely.
grateful to,
Absolutely.
like George Canseco.
Mm,
Canseco wrote beautiful songs, very lovely ballads,
yeah.
and I'm very glad that Kailangan Kita was one of them.
Yeah.
And it's a song that I also love. Of
Yeah.
course, I love all my songs, but every time there was a point, maybe 20 years ago or so, right, when you're singing it and you go, "Oh my God, they want to hear it again." What do
Oh,
I have to
yeah.
say? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but then you realize, yes, who
Yeah.
wouldn't want to hear a lovely song like that, right? A
Yeah.
beautiful melody, excellent lyrics. So yes, would I sing all these songs again and again? Yeah,
Yeah.
without hesitation. People should never say anymore, and I really had to uh, teach myself that and realize
Yeah.
that if you are a singer and these songs are connected with you,
Yeah.
you take them with you until the very end.
Yeah.
They're yours. Yeah.
Which kind of perfectly brings me to the next question.
Okay.
And it's what do you think? I don't know. This is a corny question. What is your favorite song of yours? I mean, or what are the
Of
favorite
all of them?
of all of them? For now, this moment, because maybe things changed. But for
No, actually, for
yeah,
me, my most favorite song in the world will always be ang Buhay ng Buhay Ko.
okay,
Nonong's Buhay ng Buhay Ko is really lovely because the sentiment, it's
that's
like you said earlier, songs can be interpreted in so many different ways.
mm,
The lyric can mean something for someone.
yeah.
So it's basically a love song, which was, strangely enough, first written in English.
Ah,
Nonong wrote English lyrics for it. Then he went to Japan and really enjoyed himself so much and tried to learn the language a little bit. He put Japanese lyrics in it, some of which I still retain to this day. And then the final version
interesting.
was the
I got
Filipino version. And that's how old that song, old in that
yeah.
sense that I had learned it. I was probably 14 years old or something
Oh
like
my
that.
God.
Yeah. So
So
for me, it's,
yeah,
and it's not just about, because it's about yearning,
yeah.
that in essence, it's yearning for a love or someone you love that they love you back too. That's more, in short, that's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
emotional thing about. But it can be for anything,
Eh,
whether it's a country or
yeah. Yeah.
an experience. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's interesting when you say that you first heard the song when you were 14. So it's sort of the song sort of grew on you as
Oh
before
yes,
you
yeah.
finally recorded it.
And that, I think it also has that added emotional connection, because that was for me, it reminds me of my roots, brings me back
Oh yeah.
to the
Yeah.
beginning, and one should never forget about where they began, or what helped them, get to where they are and at the
Yeah.
present time. Yeah.
Well, now that we've talked about many of your songs, a question suddenly popped in my head.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
was your mom happy that you chose this path?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah.
very supportive. My mom
Okay.
was always well, because although she didn't expect that, I think she knew. She knew
Well,
in her
you
heart
would
of
hang out
hearts
with
that I
musicians, right?
wanted,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and when she told me how proud she was of me,
Yeah.
uh, that really got me.
Oh, yeah,
You live for that for you with your parents, right? You live
yeah,
for their approval,
yeah,
and I'm very grateful that I got it, and that she was my benchmark because I thought she was like top of the pops, right?
yeah.
And she was really wonderful at what she did, and so yes, I'm very happy that
Mm.
even until the end for her, she'd say, "I'm very proud of you," and all
Oh my
that, and
gosh,
yeah, yeah.
that is so sweet.
That
Yeah,
she's well, she's your mom. When she's your mom, right? You don't,
yeah.
you
No,
don't,
that's some.
you
I mean,
kind
not
of hope that they
yeah.
will give approval.
That's a big thing. I mean, not everybody's
Yes.
parents approve of going into the arts.
True. Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean? So
Yeah. Well,
that's a
there
biggie. Yeah,
I remember well, my mother was sort of like a rebel in that because
yeah,
in our family, uh I think there was more of a bend towards, oh, you should be part of the operatic society or something
mm,
like that,
mm,
right? More classical, but mom
mm.
wanted jazz. She
Jazz. Yeah.
loved jazz, and she sang with the UP Jazz Ensemble, and
Oh my goodness,
yeah, she did.
so
She
many
had
things.
quite
And
a few years performing there with the Emil Mijares.
yeah,
He was her musical director for a long time, and so music was really her thing, and performing was her thing, and she was never how do you say, arrogant about,
yeah,
or a diva or a prima donna, uh and because she just loved to
yeah,
sing.
yeah.
I just never got her proficiency at jazz. Like, you have it, I was immersed in it, but I don't have it.
Well,
It's weird. I'm a pop singer, right?
everybody has their own.
I
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
It's
you yeah,
but it was never conscious
yeah,
on my part.
yeah,
I was just really scared that when you guys do these wonderful things, like when you go out, when you're doing a song and you go out,
yeah. Well, I don't
and
really
then
go
you do
well.
your all your stuff like
Yeah,
this, all these
yeah,
vocal,
yeah,
the wonderful calisthenics and athletics and stuff like
yeah,
that with the notes and all it, which I was scared.
yeah. No,
It's scary.
it is
Kasi,
scary.
yeah,
To
because
be
in my
honest.
mind, it's like, babalik ka ba? Paano ka babalik? How are
Right?
you coming
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
that?
yeah. It's
Like, yeah, I listen to like people like Ella Fitzgerald or,
yeah,
and it's like, that's fantastic. But
yeah.
how do they know when they come back?
Right? No, I get
Just,
you. I hear you.
it's
Yeah,
just a thought. Yeah,
yeah.
just a thought. Yeah, now
I-
that
I-
I think of my mom, yeah,
mm. And
she's really good at
I
it.
wanted to ask, do you have any
Yeah.
recordings of her?
She did, but we lost the 45s.
Well,
Sayang.
this can be.
She would she did a lot of jingles,
Yeah.
and some jingles actually, people of a particular age, if they are, I believe, around, if you are 40 and older, you would have heard,
Oh my God.
like, uh Villar Records. Do you remember Villar Records at all?
No,
Did you ever?
no,
Oh, okay. So
no.
you're too young.
Or
So they'd
maybe
have things like, remember your friends abroad. Remember your friends abroad. Send them lasting gifts of Philippine music on Villar Records. That was my mom. Or
now I want to
what
go
did she
looking
do?
for that. I want to go.
Fresh Anchor butter, the cream and sunshine butter.
I know
Spread,
that.
taste, enjoy. Fresh Anchor
Or
butter.
butter.
That's my mom. That's Nelda. Yeah.
Look at these things
So
we're
now
discovering.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. She had
do
she
people
was more
know?
alto. She
Yeah.
was really more alto,
No,
but she could sing. Yeah.
I can hear it now. Parang having, I can
Ah,
hear the
okay.
song in my head. I thought this is fascinating. I mean,
Yes.
That you have that.
Uh,
So I wanted to talk naman about I don't think uh I wanted to talk to you about performers today and
mhm.
oh no, maybe not performers today, but performing before and performing now. Are there things that you feel that are better now when you go on stage? Something as basic as that.
Better.
Yeah, like, is a sound system better? Is
Oh, of course, obviously,
oh,
like
okay.
mics, sound system,
Yeah,
the use of an in-ear monitor, all of that are like huge blessings. Like they're, when you
night
don't
and
have
day, huh?
to, yeah, absolutely. But I have had the occasion to perform in all kinds of
I'm sure. Yeah.
situations, like, where you're
You
singing and
can't
you're
hear
using a
yourself.
bullhorn.
Oh
Okay.
no, seriously?
Yeah. Or the speaker was, what you call the trompo?
Yeah,
The
yeah. Parang
that one,
yeah, yeah.
that one with the thing like that. Or yeah, yeah. Or uh or
Maybe
suddenly, right?
at rallies.
Suddenly well, yeah, singing in
Yeah.
rallies. That's, you know, I
Sorry,
I enjoyed that
I
too.
interrupted you. You were gonna say something.
No, or suddenly, like, the sound system comes, like, gone. Like it goes dead on stage while you're singing. Or there's a blackout all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's or you fall. Like,
Have you fallen?
I have fallen several times on stage,
Oh
and
no, several.
none of it was my fault.
Okay.
One that comes up to me, that comes back to me, because we're gonna talk about them anyway, is
Yeah.
when we were doing these lightning rallies
Okay.
against Marcos before 1986. So this must have been around 84, 85,
Yeah.
that time. And Apo and I, so Jim, Danny, Buboy, me, Noel and Subas,
Yeah.
Subas Herrero and Noel Trinidad.
Sure.
I think Mitch was also there.
Okay.
We would do these lightning shows, like lightning rallies with music. So we would set up like in 30 minutes in some mall, like the
Okay.
outside of a mall.
Really?
So we were on stage, you're singing, I was singing, I was with Apo, I don't remember what we were singing. And speaking of, today this is the day of the wireless mic, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At that time, we would not perform unless we had wired Shure mics. That was like the top of the line
Okay.
uh,
Think-
mic at the
Yeah.
time. So they
Yeah.
had to be all wired. Well, Jim decides to yank because he thought, and I was right under it, and I flipped. I flipped, and I landed on the floor of this 6x6 truck.
I was gonna say,
Okay. So,
ouch.
yeah.
Were you like
Yeah.
injured? Hindi naman.
No,
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 okay.
no,
Okay.
no.
But
I
it
mean,
happens.
it's part of the
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. You have to be ready for anything
Yeah. Oh
when
gosh.
during performances, ready for anything that happens. And you have to have presence of mind. So what I did is, you go on singing. You
Yeah.
stand up and you
Yeah.
just keep on singing. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just exit the stage. It doesn't
Oh
work that way.
no, not unless, you're bloodied or something like
Yeah.
that. That's different.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I know. Well, uh, I do have some pictures here. I'd like to
Okay.
jump into these to showing our guests these lovely pictures that I have,
All right.
and we will be showing them on screen. And I wanted to
Yes.
say to the folks, if in case you're driving while we're talking and you want to look, well, don't worry, I'll describe the pictures, no, and
Okay.
Lee will help me. So, um, the first picture that I'll be showing here is you in a very cute white outfit. It's like a tube top, right? And
Uh-huh.
there's like a gold pinstripe on the right. Is that the word? Picture
Oh,
going down the
okay,
lane.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I remember
And
that. That was
you're
on
on a red
stage.
carpet. What's happening
No,
here?
that's in one of the performances in Eduardo's, I believe, or
Wow.
Gonzalo's, which were two of the biggest venues to perform in on the Rojas Boulevard Strip. Okay,
Okay.
so that's where we would do shows. That's where we would have fairly large audiences, like almost 300 people in a room. You know, you'd have dinner. These are with tables and all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so that was part of my regular act. That was the last outfit that I would wear to work until the end of the show. Just to give a that was a tube top. That's
Yeah.
what they called it, right? And these were like slim pants way before there were leggings. Okay,
Yeah.
there, yeah, way before. Like this is in the early 80s, late, like 79, 80, more or less.
I
Nineteen
love it.
seventy nine, eighty.
Did you have like somebody, a designer, uh
Yeah,
choosing for
so
you? Okay. Do you
yes,
remember?
because yes, so since that's the last outfit, I have to explain
Yeah.
that at the start of my show, I would wear one, two, four outfits on top of me. That's
Nice.
how thin I was. Okay.
Okay.
Um, And that particular designer, if I'm not mistaken, was Gang Gomez.
Nice. I remember
Okay,
Ganga. Okay.
so he
Yeah.
did a lot of my clothes. I had two very favorite designers, Gang Gomez and Ernest Santiago. They for
Nice.
me.
Yeah.
Although I've had the honor of working with many other designers
Sure.
because during my okay, let me just finish the part of the
Yeah.
picture to
Yeah.
explain. So I'd have four outfits on top of that, and I would sing particular songs. And during the instrumental portions, I would leave the stage and then I would Velcro away the outfit. Like you just strip it out. That's one of the first persons
Yeah.
to do that. I think before Madonna ever did all those quick changes, if I'm not mistaken. And I would have all that, and then I'd end with that. That would be my last outfit.
I love it. I love
Thank
the
you.
Las Vegas. Well, which brings me to my, was somebody managing you at this time then? Or
At
was
that
this
time, it was
yeah.
Nonong. Nonong
Oh,
actually managed
managed
me.
you too.
Yes.
I see.
I've
Fantastic.
had very I've been very lucky to have worked with several managers. Nonong was my first.
Yeah.
But then of course, he was also a performer. So that became a little difficult
Mm.
to manage, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually who have I worked with? I worked with Angeli in
Nice. Okay.
Genesis,
Yeah.
right? Ronnie Henares also
Hmm.
had his own outfit. But the one management company I worked with for over like 30 years, and in like the longest and is with Third Line, with Butch
Yay.
Dance,
Yeah.
Beta Dance,
Yeah.
and so Butch, who's in heaven now watching
Yeah.
us,
Okay.
and now Beta and Anton,
Yep.
their son, I am very grateful that they tolerate me.
They have lots of fun with you.
Oh gosh, yeah. Well, we're practically family.
Yeah.
I knew Butch and Betta before they were married. I was
Oh my
a
gosh.
guest at their wedding. Yes, I am the godmother of both Anton and Gabby, and I've known all the kids, Tabby,
Sure.
Monica, Kiko. We I practically grew up with
Wow.
them. I lived with them for a few months
Mm.
before. So yes, we are very tight. We are very close. They practically adopted me, and I've adopted them. And
Yeah.
sometimes I call Anton anak, just so that I can feel, this vicarious thing. Ah, your mother,
Yeah, for
that kind
sure.
of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. But yes, they are for me up to this present
They are
day,
currently
for
managing.
me and
Yeah.
the best. They really take good care of their artists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now we would like
Next picture.
to bring in the next picture. This is okay. This is the iconic. This is your iconic photo. This one is like the maybe my first photo that I've seen of you when when I was younger. and it's a classic black and white photo.
Ah,
Who took this?
I
Remember?
believe that was Ebe Escudero.
Really?
Eddie Boy
Yeah.
Escudero. Yes.
Absolutely stunning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was through third line.
Your
Because
hair's
we would
your
do
hair's curly here. This is the one with the curly one, huh?
the big hair.
Yeah.
Oh, that was no, okay. Sorry, if it
Yeah.
was with
Yeah.
the big hair. Sorry guys, it's because I can't see the photo
Yeah. Yeah.
because
We
it's
can't see
gonna
it.
be edited in anyway.
My
If
bad.
it's
My
got the
bad.
big hair,
Yeah.
no, no, no. It's that was June de Leon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
And then there's that
like a
really
70s.
close up one that's sort of three quarters
Yeah. Which one is that?
with the pixie. The last one I sent you, that's Eddie Boy Escudero.
Ah, naku,
Yeah.
di ko ata. We'll upload that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Pixie
Yes.
one, the one
Yes.
that's more recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be putting it all here.
Yeah. Just put them all out there.
But the third one
Yes.
is you're right beside. Sorry about my dog. He wants to come in here. You're right beside a microphone, and you're wearing a blue top. Do you remember? Were you recording something here? Do you remember?
Oh no, that was the recording. That's I was wearing a check.
Yes,
It's
yes.
sort
Parang
of a
checkered
check
siya.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a shot from the recording of Handog ng Pilipino sa Mundo.
Oh
We
my
did that
gosh.
right after the EDSA revolution, and that's a shot from the album. I believe it's in, if it's not in the album, it was taken during the time that we were recording it. Yeah.
Well, now that
And
we're
big hair
there,
there too. I
now
don't
that
remember who took it.
I don't
Sorry.
remember, but now that we're in that space, now that we're here
Mm-hmm.
in that photo, and we're talking about that moment in time, um, how did I know that there were 15 of you? The legends were there, but who decided who should be there? Who what was the
Well, Jim wrote the song,
yeah,
right? So
that's
Jim
right.
wrote the song, and I suppose
Jim
we
Paredes.
were all friends.
Jim
Yeah, Jim
Paredes. Yeah.
Paredes,
Yeah.
yes. Um, well,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to ask Jim about
Oh,
why,
okay.
how,
Fair enough. Yeah.
but what I do know is most of us who were there, most, not
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
but most of us who were there had spent those days on EDSA together.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we experienced EDSA together.
Oh,
That was the main thing. And the times prior.
all right.
So from my memory only, okay, my spotty memory.
Yeah.
So there's Noel, Trinidad and Suba Serrero were
Yeah.
there. Celeste also. If I'm who else? And I mean also not just in the recording,
But
but
with
on the
on
street.
on
I'm talking
EDSA.
about
Yeah.
the rallies, yeah,
Yeah.
on EDSA. And they come to mind because we would see each other like, you're walking up and down either EDSA or Santolan or
Yeah.
that area. And you go, oh, hi,
Yeah.
you see each
Yeah.
other. And then sila Jim, they were in Channel 4,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
returned to being Channel 2.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, this is how, and he was the one who gathered us. And
All
then
right.
he
Okay.
assigned
Ma-
the lines to us. Yes.
makes sense because he did write the song. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
right.
somewhere there on EDSA also walking.
Oh, you were a child.
Di
So,
naman. I was a teenager. Anyway,
oh,
I was
okay.
somewhere there.
Oh,
Now,
very good. We probably walked by each other.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know, right? I traversed Makati. I went down here.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah. You see, oh, fantastic.
of course. Now, I'm going to show now this red. You're in a red top, and this is the one
Oh, it's
actually.
the like
Yeah.
while in performance.
While in performance, and I just
Yeah.
have to for the people, this is the one that I told Lena. I'm reminded of Raquel Welch here. You have that. No,
That was kasi that's her
ganda.
hair.
It's her
More
hair
that
also.
was kind of her
You
hair
have
at that
gorgeous
time.
cheekbones.
Ah, that's so kind.
Yeah.
You know, that's a funny thing for you to have said and
Yeah.
asked me about because uh people had mentioned that to me and I said I don't see it, right? I don't
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
but it all depends on who's looking at you, I guess.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so one time in New York, I hailed a cab right after watching uh, a Broadway musical,
Yeah.
Dreamgirls. I believe I had
Oh, oh,
watched Dreamgirls,
nice.
original, original
Okay. Oh,
Dreamgirls. So we're talking like eons ago.
yeah,
And so I get into the cab and he's an older fellow. And so I tell him where I'm going. So he's driving. And, cabbies in places like New York like to make story
yeah, yeah,
storya.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he goes, you know, you know who I thought I was picking up? I said, who? He goes, you look like the spitting image of Raquel Welch. And I go, no, sir, I am not. I don't look like Raquel Welch. Sorry. It's very kind of you.
That's sweet. Yeah.
And yeah, and that's when it first kind of hit me. I said,
That was the first
really?
time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But at that time there's no internet. You can't go Googling and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
searching for
Kumakain
what.
ko ba?
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never did naman. And then
Yeah,
many, many years later, the hair, depending on the hair,
yeah,
and I would come across a photo or two, and or somebody would share it with me,
yeah.
as in social media privately or something. Look, see, you look like her, you look like her.
Yeah, especially this picture. For
I,
me.
I,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think it's also the makeup.
It's just the side angle, then the
Yeah, I
hair. Yeah,
guess the
yeah,
three
yeah, yeah.
quarter kind of, yeah. That I'll take that as a
Of
compliment.
course.
Yeah.
No,
Just
this
don't
is,
have her bazookas though. I mean, can't have
you
everything.
can't have everything. There's
Yeah.
this other, no, the next picture is the one
Uh-huh.
that, this is the one that actually I only, I don't even know how to begin this question because I got so excited when I saw this picture because this is the picture of you when you joined the contest.
The third Metro
Yes.
Pop. Yes.
Isang mundo, isang awit. And
Yes.
ki- who, so I can't even begin.
So
So,
no, no.
when you ended
Another
the
Nonong
song,
song. Yes,
it was
yes,
Nonong song, yes.
yes.
And when you ended the song and the lyrics are isang mundo, isang awit, and you say pag-ibig,
Isang
right?
sigaw,
Isang sigaw.
pag-ibig. And then
And you
pag-ibig, I bring it out like that. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
surprised there's a heart there on the
Yes.
side.
That was by Gang Gomez.
Y-
Yeah.
okay, this
But
is
but
yeah,
the concept and the vision was Nonong. He really had Nonong is exemplary at these concepts.
yeah,
So the idea was all about love, right?
yeah,
Universal love was the theme of the song. And so I believe, if my memory serves me right, we called it the chismis at the end.
yeah.
Because if you look at,
The chismis.
yeah, because if you look at um, the gown that Gang very simple,
Yeah,
sort of Grecian inspired shift, like a shift dress.
yeah.
That's all that it was. And, at the time I was like, what, 40, 60 pounds lighter.
Mm,
Uh, and so the it was attached here,
yeah,
this other appendage or whatever,
yeah.
and there was a little stick at the end, like 2 or 3 feet long, really thin stick,
Yeah.
to hold it, to make it stiff at the end, right, halfway through. So uh we rehearsed this at home. I mean, they would
I'm sure,
no
yeah.
no Ding Mercado was there,
Oh my gosh.
Leo Valdez was there. They would give me, like when I would.
Tips, yeah.
Yeah, because Nonong played the piano and I would perform the ano, and they say, oh, you do this or you turn like
I
this.
love it.
They
I
were
love
like my
it.
choreographers. I was so blessed with these wonderful, wonderful, talented
Yeah,
stars. They're stars.
yeah, yeah. Telling you this is
Yeah,
advice,
this is
giving
this
you
is
advice.
good. You
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
you do this move here, you dance like this, ganyan. And then at the end, pag-ibig, you raise it up like that.
I'm going to die.
So even backstage, while waiting to do the song, because if I'm not mistaken, we were the second or the third number. We were
Okay.
really early,
On the show.
early in
Okay.
the contest,
Holy
in the show,
cow.
in the
Yeah. The
sequence.
roster. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And So I would even hold it like really close so nobody would see.
I was going to say it's a
Yeah,
secret.
nobody saw. Nobody saw,
Yeah.
even in the backstage, and Nono would make sure, like he was like right beside me all the time, close guarding to make sure, nobody sees because this is the surprise at
Yeah,
the
that's a
end.
surprise. Yeah. Yeah.
And when I unfurled it like that, couldn't believe the reaction of the audience. This was at folk arts theater, and there are like thousands of people inside folk arts.
I'm
It's
getting
a big,
goosebumps. What did
big,
they do? What did they do?
yeah,
Did they go like, wow?
yeah, yeah. They really, they kind of like gasped. It was a thing for them, and
It's a
because
thing for me now.
you could see like when I was singing and dancing in the first part before that, you could see glimmers, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was
Shiny,
actually
shiny.
made with flat white sequins. Okay, so for the
Yeah.
white part was all flat white sequins, and then there was the red for the heart.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then he made it almost like a
Translucent.
uh
No?
no, what's it called when you like when you're sort of like a fan. That's the shape that is like in a fan sort of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
shape,
Parang it's folded,
yeah.
folded like that. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And then at the end, and I unfurled like that, and people just went wild, and I guess it helped
Tapos na ang
because,
contest.
well, yeah, because like it was very
It made
material
an
that we were
impact.
in the near the beginning,
Yeah.
and would the other songs
Yeah.
top this song?
Yeah. 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 Mahirap.
And so it really was,
It's a
that's when I
gamble.
realized,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's also when I realized that your performance has, your performance leaves a mark,
Yeah.
and you always want it to be a positive and a strong one.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, this is every performance of every song has to be strong enough.
Marcado, marcado.
Marcado.
Yeah.
So for example, can I just mention like who I find like fantastic when it comes to like that? Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruno
Yeah.
Mars of this time, okay,
Yeah.
this particular time. Before it was Liza Minnelli, or then you'd have Madonna,
Yeah.
and now you have like a Bruno Mars, right? Where all the songs are everything, your performance is planned out from your choreography.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, I guess,
Yeah.
taught everybody that,
Yeah.
right? Even all of us learned something from him. So every performance, you've got to nail it, and you have to make it like it's the final performance
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. But for that song, I think, you know, we hit a note there. Eh? It was like that was in the middle of martial law.
Yeah.
Uh Things were not really going so well.
Yeah.
In reality, right?
Yeah.
Um, but none foresaw that these things happen in world histories and other situations. These things happen all the time. Times can be horrible,
Yeah.
right? But if you are sensitive enough to know that you have to have empathy, you have to have love and all that, this is the thought of the song.
Yeah.
So for that time and even now, it's sort of like a good reminder, and it's a refresher. And I think the beat, the melody and all that really helped the song. And I was so surprised because it was, who were the hosts? Tita Boots, Anson,
Ah.
Roa, and uh, Tito Robert Arevalo. They were the hosts of that. They were the hosts all the time of Metropop.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and then when I remember when they said something about for the grand prize, right?
Yeah.
It's a song about universal love. Di alam na, right? And so I remember Jim, was it Jim or Danny? Because the Apple were also performing.
Yeah.
At that time, what was so big about those shows is we always had ensemble numbers.
Yeah.
So other people who did not have songs in competition, we would have production numbers.
Hmm.
And Apo was there. And then sabi ni Danny, I think it was Danny, panalo na kayo, kayo na yan. Because like Nonong and I were so cold. Our hands were like ice.
So exciting.
Yeah, it was super exciting. Yes, super.
You know, I just have to share a story with you just to show
Ah,
you how so when I saw this picture of you with this picture that
yes.
we're talking about,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
felt like this is the first time I had seen this picture. However, I
Mm.
heard the story about it way
Ah.
before
Oh,
the picture.
really?
So my and I was talking about this with you when you were
Mm-hmm.
rehearsing
Oh,
for
yes.
so I was saying, putting and in my mind, when I heard about this the scene you created,
Yeah.
this delightful ending that happened. The way it was told to me, yun na nga, you lifted up, and then basta ang pagkaano ko, parang the words "I love you" were here. So in other words, I never saw the actual picture, but I heard
Ah,
the story. That's
yes.
how
Well, it was a big
impactful it
story.
was. It
Yeah,
was,
especially among the designers and our LGBTQ
yeah.
friends.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Oh, that's why it's an anthem for our gay community. For the gay community,
awesome.
it's an anthem. And for a very long time, I would on Pride days here, either here
Yeah.
in Manila,
And people going
would
like that.
we would not perform. I would perform
Yeah.
it, and
Oh, you
then
did
or
it.
I will watch and I would watch and judge who would do the best impersonation of me. I
Oh
love that, right?
my.
Doing that song, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh. I
fantastic to
I love
see
it.
it.
I
Yeah,
yeah.
di ba, aren't you so, how flattered can you get? That's the highest, for me, copying or
Yeah,
impersonation is the highest
absolutely.
form of
Yeah.
flattery. And it's fantastic
so
that I
so
would
so
see
I'm
that.
I'm glad to finally know the backstory with this
Yay!
outfit because I come from I come from just hearing about the story
Okay.
to actually
See,
seeing.
I don't think it exists. I don't think
Is there?
I don't know if footage of it still exists
Yeah, na
if
nga.
at all. I've not seen it
Correct, correct. It was just
in
the
50
story
years. I
going
haven't seen it.
going
Yeah.
on through decades.
Yes. Well, I'm glad it continues to have life, right?
So thank you for allowing us to show these awesome
Oh, please. My
photographs of you.
pleasure. It's my pleasure.
And right now, what I also want to talk about and share with our audiences here in
Mhm.
the Philippines and around the world is that you have a lot of exciting things coming up because you're
Yes.
going on tour. First, we can talk about you're going on tour with Apo Hiking Society.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about this because this will be my first or my return to the United States, particularly in California,
yeah,
like in forever, maybe 35 years or something like that. So we are going to be, I'm very blessed and very grateful
yeah,
to have been made part of the Apo Hiking Show together with Ray Valera and the VST
yeah.
company, some of the members in Yamava Casino. I've never been. It's going to be a first time for me. I'm looking forward to the quarter slots. So
Yeah, yeah.
and the buffet, I heard the buffets are wonderful.
Uh-huh.
So we're looking for that is on August, if I'm not
22 and
mistaken,
23.
22 and 23, right?
Yeah,
We've got
we're
two
putting the
shows.
poster
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yes. And we're gonna I believe there are members of FASO are performing along with us. I believe the Philharmonic, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll
Uh,
be putting that here as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you can see in the posters, right? Um, from there, we are going to go and fly to Canada, to
Yeah.
my second home,
Yeah.
Toronto,
Yeah.
Ontario, Canada. The show will be on August 29th, if I'm not mistaken, in Markham at Esna Park Performing Theater for the Performing Arts. And I'm going to get to go home and see family and friends. And so that's how like homecoming for me. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it, and I better see all of you there. So
Yes. And
so that Lynn and everyone can meet you. because I'll be very proud, and
Me
I'll
too.
take you on a tour of
Yeah.
my old
Oh,
haunt.
I would love that.
Then then we're going back to the States, right?
Yeah.
We've got a
September.
show in Las
Yeah.
Vegas.
September
And
6th.
that's correct. That's
Yeah.
September 6th. And then our manager, Beta, said that there are other pending shows. So, we
Yeah.
might be there
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
Really
Lina,
looking forward to it.
so
Yeah.
now, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it
No,
was
no.
on my mind that they can also check out you. You have a Facebook, you have an artist page on Facebook, right?
Yeah, it's
We'll
just
put
like
your
with my name,
posters
with
there.
Leah Navarro
Yeah.
on in Facebook. And um, I'm not my, I know a lot of the audience who are local audience here will know that uh, a lot of young people see me now more as how do you say, a political activist
Mm,
more
yeah.
than I am a singer. But singing is really my bread and butter, and
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
first love.
Yeah.
So they can check out my my performers page.
Yeah.
And but it's that's the other thing. Most people in the arts or singers like me uh never forget their audience. So
Yeah.
that's part of why I am socially how do you say, socially active,
Mm,
in the sense of weighing in on our politics, because you have to love your audience. If your audience is of a particular, like with Filipinos,
yeah.
so I love Filipinos, I love my country. um I I actually could have lived anywhere in the world, but I
Mm,
came back to live here.
yeah.
And for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, so, uh, uh, you can read how I feel in my regular personal page, but
Mm,
you can also see what's going on, what we're going to be doing in future,
yeah.
especially as we go abroad.
Yeah.
And it's something that we really are looking forward to, because bringing our music,
Yeah.
Filipino music, to other venues, all over the globe, is, yeah, what enriches our audiences and
Yeah.
enriches us too,
Yeah.
for our experience, because we like to share, we want to share.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I guess apart from that, if you could also mention if you have upcoming shows with OPM
Yes,
friends.
we're going to have, we have a pending
Do you have
show
do you have a
in,
page? Do you have a page, Lee? Do you
there's an OPM Friends page
okay.
in Facebook.
All
Just
right.
just search for OPM Friends,
All right.
and you'll find us there. Our schedules are there. If my memory serves, we will have uh, two gigs if in Hacienda Isabela
Oh, okay.
on
Lovely.
August 1, and then on the 15th of August.
Okay.
So I will be in the August 15 gig before
Nice.
we leave for the States. So
Yes.
I'll be joining them there. Yes.
August 15,
Yeah.
my birthday.
Oh my
Fun.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
guess we'll celebrate it on the
Yeah,
plane.
yes. Oo nga. So much to look
Yeah.
forward to. So much to look forward to.
Yes. Thanks for that reminder. I'll make
Yeah.
sure to make note of it. We're gonna have to have a little
I,
party.
I tried to stop myself from saying anything, but I said, yeah,
No, you're a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
I'm an Aries, so we get along, right?
Wonderful. Now, as we close this fun podcast, I wanted to ask. I don't know if this is sort of a cliche-ish question, but I think it's an important question. If you
Mm.
have any words of wisdom or thoughts you'd like to impart to people who are performing these days, so whether or not they're a singer or somebody in the arts, because sometimes it's a little bit of a not so smooth road, right? So
Yeah.
or so I don't know. Do you have anything on mind that you'd like to?
Well, okay. I can only think based on my
Yeah.
experience, right? So, the things that I have carried with me that hopefully have helped me when it comes to performing, being sincere is the most important,
Mm.
because artifice, if you put something up, and I'm not talking about acting or,
Yeah, yeah,
when you're in theater, no, your basic thing as a performer, always be sincere. I think you will endear yourself
yeah,
to your audience better. That's how you create rapport. That's how you connect. Uh, be Study all the time.
mm.
That's, I think, study all the time. Rehearsals keeps your
Yeah,
vocal cords limber. If I'm talking about singers, practice if you're a musician, right? All the
yeah,
time, practice, practice. That's really true. You need that. Um, I think be always socially aware of what's going on
yeah,
so that when you do your shows, you can
mm.
connect to what's happening around us. Uh, and always be mindful. Always be in the present when you're performing, and always have presence of mind
Yeah,
and keep your grace. And there, um, I've noticed that even the most, how do you say, how how like heavy metal rock bands
yeah,
or performers like that, no matter how dungis they look, okay, it's
yeah,
not that, beyond that, that's part of their persona.
yeah,
But beyond that, they strive for excellence all the time. So
yeah,
you're
yeah,
always pushing for perfection. We will never get to perfection,
yeah,
but you get better and better as you strive and,
yeah.
work toward it. That's, for me, that's the best advice I can give.
And that is
Yeah.
wonderful advice. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And
And
thank
so,
you for having me,
oh my
Lynn.
gosh, Lee, I'm just like,
Your
I'm so,
first podcast.
I can't wipe the smile off my, I'm so excited. I
Oh,
feel like
you
a
can't
kid in a
swipe
candy
my
store.
smile off. Yeah.
Can't smile.
Yeah.
But
That's right. I
seriously,
love that song.
thank you so much.
Thank you
And
too.
to all our listeners, thank you for listening in. Um, uh, till the next podcast. And thank you, Lee. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you,
Love you.
Lenny. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, everyone. Till the next. Bye bye.